Welcome to the deep dive. We've got quite a stack here today: articles, research, your notes, and we're jumping right in, really, to that intersection of tech and, well, the human side of things.
Yes, specifically, we're really getting into AI in customer experience, or CX.
Mhm.
And the sources you pulled together, they're all circling this crucial balance point, aren't they?
Yeah.
How do you use all this amazing AI without, losing people in the process?
Exactly. So our mission basically is to unpack all this, see where AI actually stands in CX right now, look at the real risks, the rewards,
Hmm.
and what the data really says customers want. Trying to figure out how to keep CX human when AI is everywhere.
And it is everywhere now, that's the thing. It's not theory anymore. The sources make that clear. AI co-pilots helping agents, predictive stuff, guide journeys. It's like front and center.
The numbers are pretty wild, too. That NVIDIA report you flagged, over 40% of companies using AI co-pilots in customer service, and what, 60% for IT help desks? That's
Yeah.
bad.
It is fast. And it shows how much weight companies are putting on it. The 2025 Global State of CX report, it lists AI ops as the second biggest trend impacting CX, just behind data and analytics.
Wow.
But right away, here's the tension that pops up in basically all these sources. With all this tech, all this efficiency,
Hmm.
are we sort of sacrificing the human connection, the core of good CX? And they argue pretty strongly this isn't just like a nice to have, it's business critical.
Okay, so even with this huge AI push, there are some serious warnings here about maybe going too far, especially with replacing people, like Jits Hawks on her blog.
Lady Janie, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She's pretty blunt, warning UK companies they could lose customers if they just swap humans for chatbots.
And Yahoo Finance picked up on that, quoting her, saying, AI responses lead to poor outcomes and results. She connects it directly to lost revenue if businesses aren't actually listening to what customers need, just chasing the tech.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, AI is great for some things, right? Scaling up, super fast answers, handling the boring, repetitive questions.
Okay.
But what's missing? That's the core question. It doesn't feel things. No empathy, no intuition, can't really grasp the nuances of emotion.
Precisely. And this is where all the sources seem to land. When a customer is upset or confused or frustrated, those moments that really matter for loyalty.
Yeah, make or break moments.
Exactly. They're not just looking for the right answer quickly. They're looking for connection, validation,
Mhm.
understanding, and that feeling, well, the sources argue pretty strongly that only another human can really deliver that.
There's that quote from Nikki Hall at 5'9". She said something like, AI can mitigate frustrations, but it's the human touch that makes the difference.
That nails it. AI smooths things out, maybe, but the positive feeling often comes down to the person.
And the data you found, wow, it really backs up this whole idea about human preference, doesn't it? It's pretty compelling stuff.
It really is consistent across the board.
Like that Kinstra survey. Over 90% of U.S. consumers prefer dealing with a human agent. That's not just a slight preference, that's overwhelming.
It's massive. And the 5-9 report echoes it. 75% prefer talking to a real person, phone or in person. And get this, almost half in that same report don't even trust AI-generated info.
Half. So you put that all together.
Yeah.
The message seems crystal clear. Technology is great for speed, for scale, sure, but it doesn't replace what people actually value in an interaction: empathy, understanding, emotional intelligence.
Right. It pushes us beyond just thinking about, like, how fast can we close a ticket? Customers, especially when they're stressed, they want more. They need to feel heard, reassured. They need clarity, but delivered with, a human touch.
Mm.
Machines give answers. Humans give comfort. That's the heartbeat of CX they're talking about.
Which brings us to emotional intelligence. It keeps coming up as like the secret ingredient. Jennifer Lee at Intradium, she made a point in Forbes, focusing only on automation, efficiency,
Yeah.
you risk damaging your brand, customer satisfaction drops. And she said, customers don't just notice this, they feel it.
And that feeling is everything.
Correct.
Emotionally intelligent service isn't just following a script. It's listening, really listening, picking up cues,
Yeah.
responding with actual compassion. AI can maybe fetch info faster, summarize things,
Yeah, support it.
but it can't be that presence. It can't replicate that feeling.
So the picture emerging here is AI as maybe like the perfect stage crew, handling all the tech, the lights, the sound, perfectly behind the scenes.
Right. So the human agent,
The main actor
Yep.
can focus on delivering that empathetic performance for the customer.
exactly. And that fits with what Zendesk is talking about in their 2025 CX Trends report, this idea of human-centric AI.
Yeah.
They're saying that approach is what's redefining loyalty now. using AI specifically to make the human experience better.
And they have those 5 Cs for customer expectations, right?
Right.
Let's quickly run through those. Consistency, same quality every time.
Mm.
Convenience, making it easy.
Effortless.
Competence, the agent knows their stuff. Customization, tailoring it. And continuity, that smooth journey between channels. AI can boost these if used right.
If used right. That's the key warning. Because there's a fine line. AI used well transforms CX, but lean too hard on automation. And you risk, well, not just messing things up, but ethical problems, damaging your reputation. It makes you ask not just what can AI do, but what should it do?
Like that example about using AI on customer data. Used well, it's amazing personalization.
Yeah, feels helpful.
But pushed too far, it feels creepy, like you're being watched, not served. Needs that human judgment, that human-centric filter.
Absolutely. The goal, consistently, seems to be use AI to make humans better at their jobs, not replace them.
Which brings up speed. Again, there was that concept, time to happiness. Shep Hyken mentioned it from Ford Seeks' book, AI Mindshift.
Yeah, time to happiness. I like that framing because it admits, yes, customers want speed. Quick answers matter. AI is great for that. But the whole experience has to be seamless and satisfying. If the chatbot fails, getting to a human needs to be instant and smooth, not, another source of frustration.
So it's not just time to answer. It's time to resolution plus feeling good about it.
Exactly. Time to happiness. AI helps with the time, but achieving the happiness part. The sources are clear. That takes strategic integration with human support.
And Jennifer Lee, again, she apparently laid out a practical roadmap for this, how to implement AI strategically.
Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff, really. First, automate the routine things. Order tracking, password resets, the simple, repetitive tasks.
Makes sense. Free up people.
Right. Then, use AI for insights, not just canned answers. Use sentiment analysis, real-time data. Figure out who's getting frustrated, who needs a human before they blow up, basically.
Proactive escalation. Smart.
And she stresses focusing on quality metrics, CSAA, NPS, not just speed or efficiency, and, absolutely critical, maintain ethical lines. Transparency, privacy, non-negotiable.
Okay, so this whole approach makes AI a force multiplier, right?
Yep.
Takes away the drudgery so humans can focus on what they do best, thinking critically, solving complex problems, and crucially, showing empathy, building that rapport.
But you can't just ignore AI either, right? Ford Seeks warns about that in AI Mindshift. Businesses that stick their heads in the sand, they risk getting left behind. It's not about avoiding it.
No, it's about smart adoption, thoughtful integration. Seek says the point isn't just chasing trends or tools. It's about making smarter decisions, faster, by blending human insight with machine intelligence.
That hybrid model, that's the consistent message from all this material, isn't it? AI is this powerful assistant, fast, insightful, handling the grunt work. But humans, they're still the architects. They deliver the core emotional experience. Getting that blend right seems to be the key.
So, wrapping up this deep dive, the main takeaway, the absolute imperative coming through loud and clear from all these sources is keep CX human.
Yeah. AI is valuable. It's powerful. It's not going away. Speed, scale, data insight's great. But the constant warning is don't let that stuff overshadow emotional intelligence, authenticity, empathy. Those are irreplaceable.
Fundamentally, it boils down to keeping people, both the customers and the agents, helping them right at the very center of your CX strategy. The brands that get that, they're the ones set to win.
It reminds me of Jane Hawk's final thought you shared. Understand what your customers want. Don't just follow the trend. Simple, but powerful.
It really is. Use the tech to serve the human need. Don't let the tech define the experience itself.
Exactly. So thinking about all this, the data, the risks, this ideal hybrid approach, here's something maybe to chew on. How do companies actually measure and constantly adjust that balance?
Yeah.
Between the human stuff and the AI stuff. How do they really optimize for that time to happiness, getting this speed and the emotional satisfaction right to build real loyalty, not just process tickets faster, especially when the tech itself keeps changing so damn fast?